Welcome. How nice of you to stop by for a visit. I've been expecting you. Here, have a seat right next to me. I have another story to tell you. The Doll Dreams. The old estate manor loomed on the edge of town, its grand stone walls draped in thick, lush ivy, its windows so dark that it seemed almost as if they were watching. Samuel had inherited the manor from his uncle, a somewhat reclusive man who had passed away under mysterious circumstances. Despite the unsettling rumors that swirled around the property, Samuel, his wife Susan, and their 9-year-old daughter Sophia had moved in, eager to start a new chapter in their lives. The manor's grounds stretched out into the thick woods beyond, a tangled forest known to the locals for strange happenings. There were whispers of a beast, an unseen creature that stalked the woods at night, always watching, always waiting. The townspeople had tried to warn Samuel, but he dismissed their talk as old superstitions. He was practical, and monsters had no place in his world. Sophia, however, was different. She felt the weight of the manor's age as soon as they arrived. A quiet tension in the air made the hairs on her neck stand up. She spent her days exploring the rooms, finding old treasures left behind by the house's previous inhabitants. One afternoon, while rummaging through the dusty attic, she found something that caught her eye. A delicate and beautiful doll with porcelain skin and eyes that seemed very natural. Sophia picked it up, its weight surprisingly heavy for such a small thing. The doll wore a faded blue dress, its hair a mass of soft brown curls. Something about it felt comforting, as if it had been waiting for her. That night, as she lay in bed with the doll nestled by her side, Sophia had a strange dream. She stood at the edge of the woods, watching as the moon hung low and heavy in the night sky. In the shadows of the trees, she saw movement, something large, something that growled low and deep. The beast. She couldn't see its face, but she felt its hunger, its thirst for something that lay just beyond its reach. The dream still clung to her when Sophia woke the following day, like cobwebs. She glanced at the doll sitting upright on the chair by her window, its eyes fixed on her as if waiting. The dream had felt so real, but it was just a dream. As the family sat down for dinner that evening, Sophia couldn't shake the uneasy feeling. She stared out the window into the darkening woods, her heart beating faster as the shadows stretched longer. "Something's wrong," she whispered to her mother, her voice barely audible. Susan smiled gently. "It's just the newness of the house, dear. It'll take time to feel like home." But Sophia couldn't let it go. That night, she clutched the doll tightly, hoping its presence would comfort her. The dream came again, but was more precise and vivid this time. She was inside the manor, watching her father close the heavy oak doors. The beast was outside, its massive form lurking just beyond the tree line. Then, suddenly, she saw it push against the windows, its claws scraping against the glass, but her father couldn't hear it. He was oblivious, and the beast was growing bolder, waiting for its moment to strike. When Sophia woke the following day, the doll was not where she had left it. Instead, it sat on her father's desk, facing the window toward the woods. A chill crept up her spine. Something was happening, something the doll wanted her to see. At breakfast, Sophia pleaded with her father, "We need to stay inside tonight. Please don't go near the woods, Father." Samuel chuckled. "Sophia, there's nothing in those woods except rabbits and deer. You've been listening to too many ghost stories." But Sophia knew it wasn't just stories. As her father went out to check grounds that night, she watched from her bedroom window, clutching the doll tightly. The moon was full, casting long shadows across the estate. She saw her father walk toward the edge of the property, toward the woods, and her heart raced with fear. Suddenly, movement caught her eye. From the tree line, a massive shape emerged, the beast. Its fur was matted, its eyes glowing yellow with a terrible hunger. It moved silently, stalking toward her father, who was unaware of the danger creeping closer. Without thinking, Sophia ran downstairs, the doll still clutched in her arms. She burst out the door, her voice trembling with fear. "Father, come back!" Just as the beast's figure loomed in the shadows, Samuel turned, startled. His eyes widened as he saw it, its monstrous form now undeniable. Surprised by Sophia's appearance, the beast hesitated momentarily, then retreated into the woods, disappearing into the darkness. Breathing heavily, Samuel scooped Sophia into his arms and hurried inside. For the first time, he believed. The following day, as the family gathered around the kitchen table for breakfast, Samuel and Sophia could feel the weight of the previous night. Samuel's face was pale, his usual confidence replaced by a quiet fear. He could not deny the truth any longer. Something was in the woods, waiting for its moment to strike. Sophia glanced at the doll, now sitting serenely on the shelf. She then realized that the doll wasn't just a toy, but a guardian. It had shown her the future in her dreams, warning her to protect her family. It had time traveled through countless generations, each time choosing a new owner, offering them glimpses of what was to come, to shield them from the beast's wrath. As the days passed, Sophia and her family took precautions. They avoided the woods and locked the manor tight each night. But Sophia knew the doll's work was far from over. The beast was still out there, waiting, lurking in the shadows. And every night when she went to bed, the doll remained beside her, ready to guide her through the dreams that would keep them safe. The end. Thank you so much for stopping by. I did rather enjoy your company. I do hope you are able to sleep peacefully tonight, and that the shadows in your bedroom remain content without disturbing you. Until next time, do take care, and do stop by again when you have time for another story.